call that we don't usually do, but we probably should. And we have Brittany from corporate. She's coming on to talk to us, kind of give us some tips, some insights, some, maybe some whipping.
Some love, some stinking love, and a whooping, whatever.
A little push to Summit. I know some of us are going to Summit, some of us are not, but doesn't mean that our goals change at all. So I know we all have been kind of struggling, myself included, to get people ready to make that commitment. And so Brittany said, hey, I'll get on and let's talk to your ladies. And so she's here. So Brittany, says she's from corporate. She's my girl that I talk to whenever I have problems. So she's here to talk to us. So Brittany, I'll let you have the stage.
You are adorable. And it's not just about problems. She's my friend. Teresa's my friend. Sounds so boring.
We have margaritas together and go to restaurants with bars on the window. Just saying.
We do. We totally do. So, well, hello. Thank you for taking the time. I know this is an odd time for all of you. I really appreciate it. I do these calls, obviously, during my business hours when I'm in the office here. And, it's an amazing opportunity to jump on with you when we can all obviously get together. So I'm thankful that each of you took the opportunity. We will try to make this 30 minutes. If we're a couple minutes over, I get it. We're fine. But I want to very much value your time. So in your Success Club or Success Pod, and I want to talk to you. I don't want to just talk at a wall. It's so boring for me, to be honest with you. I want to engage with you. So I want to ask, first and foremost, how many of you are going to Summit? Will you show me a raise of hands, please? Carmen, awesome. Okay. Oh, little sad face, Samantha. No worries. And how do you say is it Marquetta? Will you say your name, please?
Oh. It's Marquetta.
Marquetta. Love
yes,
it.
Ma'am.
Thank you. Absolutely. So it's okay that you ladies are not going to be there. I would just say this. Make sure that you put it on your vision board to be there next year. There's something about being at live events. I love it. That really, allows you to see the bigger vision. And that's the whole point of Summit. Being around 30,000 people that have the same interests, the same hobbies, the same love as you is empowering. And the amount of information and content that you get is incredible. The beautiful thing is all these other ladies that are going are going to be able to bring that energy and excitement back to you. So I'd say very much stay engaged within your pod or within your group, whatever it may be. I know Teresa's probably going to go live a lot. So take those opportunities and really get the content and information. I just put you on the spot, T, so you better be recording. And then they're going to say no live videos, and then we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot with that one, but they won't. But really, be ready to bring that content back, because yes, it is such an amazing experience to go to. It's kind of like, I do a lot of Tony Robbins events. I go to all the outside, but the most important thing is when you bring it back, the application you put into process, because yes, it's amazing to be empowered and inspired by all the people around you. But if you don't put it into application, I promise you will not be getting your money's worth. And we know what you spent to get out there. I promise you, if you bring back the content and the energy and the excitement of being at Summit, you will grow leaps and bounds within your business. So with that being said, I know, it's crazy to think we only have a couple weeks until we will be flying out there. But I want to ask you ladies, what is a couple things, first of all, that you want to accomplish by the end of the year? So if we can just open this up and all of you unmute yourself, we might all start talking over each other, but we kind of just shout out, what are you wanting to accomplish by the end of the year, please? Carmen, you go first because you're right to my right. How about
that? I don't know, and that's a
no pressure.
I don't know. I need to get clear on that. I know I want to grow my business. I know eventually I want to do this full time. I want to quit my full-time job at some point. But I don't know how to necessarily put that in terms of what needs to happen on what timeline in order to get there. So I don't know what my goal for the end of the year is. I know I want to start building my team and start making some money. So
I love that. What rank are you currently?
Well, I'm just a coach right now. I was Emerald, but I just lost somebody. So
you're always an Emerald, though. Don't ever speak of yourself anything less. If you get to a lifetime rank, that's what you are.
Okay. So Emerald.
You're Emerald. I love it. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's just keep on going. Who wants to speak next?
I'll go.
Yes.
End of the year, I'm going to hit that 10-star. If I don't, I'm going to hit it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
10-star, and I want to lead again. So I definitely, that's the goal for the end of the year.
Love it. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll go. Mine would be, Shannon knows that this is a huge fear of mine, so I don't want to put it towards the end of the year, but to be comfortable with going live. What am I on, Shannon? Like 2 years of with Beachbody, but a year of being active coaching. And I have yet to let go live on my page. It's just like this fear I have. I started going,
Yeah, no, go on.
I started going live in our June group. So I feel like I'm slowly getting out there. I'm starting small. And I know Summit, I will definitely, she's going to push me to go live. She's over here laughing because she knows I'm terrified of it. And then I guess I want to skip Ruby and I want to go straight to Diamond. Okay. So that would be my end of the year goal.
Perfect. How do you say your first name?
It's Carrie. Okay. It's just my last name on here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Carrie's a lot easier to say than. Perfect. Well, Carrie, real quick, I'm going to answer that. Do you remember the first time that you put your befores out there on social media? Have you ever done that?
I have, but it's been just this past year, I think.
And how scary was that?
With photos?
Mm-hmm.
It was scary because I was fat in photos.
But okay, so question for you. Now, doing it again, though, how would you feel about going and posting those again?
I would probably feel, I don't know how I feel now versus back then. I feel a lot more confident with the way that I look versus back then. So
that's the beautiful thing. I will tell you right now, just like going live, do it 1 or 2 times and then you get comfortable with it. You have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, but it's just, I always remind my coaches, and when they're talking about the coaching opportunity, and they say, well, I can talk about challenge groups all day long, but the coaching opportunity scares me. And it's like, okay, just immerse yourself into it. So I'll talk about a couple of different tactics, and really it's going to come down to development and the belief within yourself. Because once you do bridge that, you're going to have the confidence. And then also, you said you go to Diamond. Absolutely. And I will go even deeper into that. I mean, Diamond is a huge stepping stone within your business, but it's not where you stop by any means, because I want you to have a team. So we'll go into that. But thank you, Carrie, for sharing. Okay, Shannon, what about you, girlfriend?
Vomit goals. 4-star Diamond. I want to be premier at the next summit. I will be sitting on damn grass. Damn it, I said that last year. I will be on the grass next year. So those are them.
I love it. Great goals. Where are you currently ranked?
Diamond.
Okay, love it. Love it. Okay, Samantha, what about you?
Okay, so my end of the year goals is to be 1-star Diamond, bringing in at least 2,000 extra a month, which I know I can do more of, but that's my lowest goal that I want to hit every month. I want to be more consistent with having a free group, a challenge group introducing our products and introducing what we're about, and obviously a challenge group where people have paid, and I want to be more specifically or more consistent with my blog. So I have everything up so it shows all the stuff I want to do. So I just want to be better organized, but 1-star Diamond is my goal.
Where are you currently ranked?
I'm Emerald right now.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to say it. Marquetta.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, girl?
Well, I'm the same as Carmen. I want to grow my business. I'm new to Beachbody, and I just feel like when I was looking to better myself, I stumbled upon Miss Teresa's name, and I was like, what is this new exercise group? I knew I wanted something new, not anything old, like the old stuff had passed away, so I was wanting some new things. So really, I just right now just want to grow my business, continue bettering myself, because it's been rough. So basically, I want to be balanced, and I want to help as many people I can help. I don't want to limit myself to a number, but I mean, I want to be some rank. I want some rank. So,
Amen. I love it. Absolutely, you got it, sweetie. Love that. Okay, Thank you so much for sharing where you're at and where you're wanting to be, because I really like to engage and know where my audience is, so I can really tailor my call to you, because that's the most important thing. The beautiful thing is, first of all, there's this, we're in our last week of June. The beautiful thing is right now, I want you to continue to work your business. I don't care if you've reached your goal, if you're so far away from your goal, whatever it may be, you are pressing yourself all the way through, meaning until the end of the month. That's the one thing within this business. We hit Success Club, we help 2 people, like, we did good, right? Even if that's the first week, oh, we're going to start that over. And I promise you, I see success every single day. And so for me to tell you that it's possible, I know without a shadow of a doubt it's possible. What it's going to take is the consistency of you showing up every single day. And so what's amazing to me is, if you were to push yourself, let's say we're saying July 1st, and work on your goal all the way through July. Like, don't stop once you hit it, continue to work it. Guess what's going to happen? You're then going to plug yourself up for, that's horrible. Set yourself up for an amazing August, and you're going to already get the ball rolling and start creating momentum. That's what happens within this business. So the beautiful thing, and I love talking this time of year, because now literally July, August, September is a new quarter. Okay. How many of you have read the 12-week year? Okay. And if you haven't, the concept is literally, you just need to know the concept. It's like the Miracle Morning or the 5-second rule. Know the concept, master it, you got it. Okay. So the 12-week year, if you think about it, our next 12 to 13 weeks is coming up. So that means July, August, September. And I kind of like to think about it in quarters, because that's how we do it around here. And so this is your opportunity to get very, very clear. So for example, Shannon said 4-star diamond by the end of the year. Okay. How do I reverse engineer that? Because what I've noticed, and I've been working in this business for close to 3 years, is my coach is at the first of the year. So 1st of January, they say to me, okay, I work with 3 to 8 stars. So say my 3-star diamond, I don't know, I'm going to cough. I got a frog in my throat. Okay. But literally, I'll work with my coach as 3-star diamond, and they say, okay, I want to be 8-star diamond by the end of the year. And what happens is they do not work their business until after Summit, and then they say, oh my gosh, I have to rank advanced to 8 because that's my goal. Okay. Rather than reverse engineering that and saying, well, in the first quarter, I'm going to go to 4-star. In the second quarter, I'm going to go to 5 to 6, 7 to, and literally growing and progressing with that. So I love the concept of the 12-week year, because first and foremost, I feel like it was written for our business, because it makes you, first of all, stop and celebrate, enjoy the journey. You get off the hamster wheel, because if you literally think, oh, I will stop and celebrate once I become 4-star diamond premier, and you're a diamond right now, you've missed the boat. Every time you hit 1-star diamond, 2-star diamond, you start, accumulating great things within your business. You need to stop and celebrate those, because if you really think about it, you have to be obsessed and love the journey, because if not, you're never going to get that self-fulfillment that you're wanting out of this business. Does that make sense? Okay, I know that was like a long plug for it, but the reason why I love this time of year, because July, August, September, you have an opportunity right now to get clear on what you're working towards. So for example, my ladies that are wanting to work towards diamond, like literally what you need to do is you need to hit emerald. And if you're at emerald, you need to hit emerald and continue to hit emerald. Diamond is going to be a byproduct of what's going to happen, but you're not going to stop there. The majority of coaches get to diamond, fall in and out, or say they're too long. And technically, and I say this with love, because I've had a lot of people yell at me. So I say this with love. And I only say it because you don't have a team yet. So technically you're a discount coach. And I say that, like I said, with love. And it's only because you don't have a team. I want you to have a team. I want you to have a foundation. I want you, like Samantha said, I'm making $2,000 per week, or per month. Be getting very clear on, okay, how am I going to do that? I'm going to have to do that with a team, because she could retail all day long, but what happens when Samantha takes a break and a vacation? Her business doesn't work, right? And that's the beauty of this, is you're wanting to build a life by design. So I'm going to challenge each of you right now to really take a look, because we have time right now before Summit. You need to be working your business, obviously, because your momentum of what you create right this second will create the momentum that's going to build all of July. And you're gone for majority of it, or maybe you have something else going on, a different engagement. But literally, when you put yourself in it this very moment, you're going to create that momentum. And then when you get to Summit, or you're getting the content get back from Summit, you're not going to feel like you're behind. Okay. I think that's the biggest thing, because a lot of coaches go in with the excitement to Summit and they come out and obviously do an amazing job, or they go to Summit and they're like, crap, I am so far behind. I need to get back to where I'm at. I need to hit Success Club. And they had so much opportunity to do that beforehand. So this is kind of that prep talk beforehand to make sure, without a shadow of a doubt, first of all, you're ending June. So you're working till the end of June. And then you're going to hit Success Club no matter what before you go to Summit. And even my ladies that are not going, you're going to hit it before everybody goes to Summit. Because by doing that and then applying the content and the information you're getting, you're just going to magnify your business. You're going to 10x your business. Does that make sense? Because I want you to walk out of Summit. Shannon's laughing at me like, what? You don't laugh at me, girl.
You're quoting all of the guys, like that when you just Grant Cardone'd it right there. So.
Oh, and Grant Cardone is like her favorite guy, let me tell you. I owe her money right now. I think I owe Carmen money too. So
she screams at you. He's like,
I laugh at. I will say right now when he says, I don't take my wife to dinner unless it's a business date, and I'm like, oh, stop that. If I was your wife, I'd be like, oh, heck no. We're recording. I'll say, heck no. I'm like, no, I want to have dinner with my husband. So when he said that, sometimes I just giggle. I'm like, you're just too much, Just ridiculous. Ridiculous, yes. But I would literally, ladies, like literally in this business, honestly, what makes a coach successful? It's consistency. It's showing up every single day. I've never met one coach that hasn't done the 4 vitals that has been successful. Okay, and we always try to recreate the wheel. And I promise you, first and foremost, if you can get so great at pressing play and completing a program, you will be successful with that when you're plugging it. Because what we do is pitter patter around. Oh, I'm going to do a 21-day fix this day and go back and forth. But I promise you, you need to press play at the beginning and finish a program. That shows the consistency. That shows that you're determined. That shows your audience that you're willing to stick in it, even if it's rough and it's uncomfortable. That's what your team and your coaches and your challengers want to see. Okay. So you need to be pressing play. You have to be drinking Shakeology. I mean, hello, hands down. You have to. Okay. Thank you. I love it. And then the second most important one, and obviously these are all layers, but you have to be personally investing in yourself. Like personal development, I really, truly feel like needs to be the forefront, because I promise you, you can press play, you can drink Shakeology, you can lose the weight, but if you never fulfill the self-belief that you deserve this, you're going to gain the weight back. You're going to feel like you don't deserve the money.
I like that.
And it really truly is. I mean, if you think about it, you're growing and progressing in who you want to become, right? And the only way to do that is through personal development. And so what I realized, so before Beachbody, I worked in a retail business for 12 years, and I took a year off before I came to corporate. Whoop, I know. Teresa's like, whoop, yeah. I was a buckle manager, and I was a buckle for 12 years. Yeah, Teresa and I go way back. Mine was not in Arizona, though. I was in Utah and Florida. But literally, I took a year off, and I focused on the nutrition fitness field. One of my best friends actually owns a gym in Florida. And I had tons of clients. I taught, personal training. I taught classes, yada, yada, yada. And what I noticed is when I was helping a lot of my clients, if I didn't bridge the gap with personal development, if I didn't include it, they never felt like they were self-deserving of those results. And so even if I helped them lose 50 to 100 pounds, literally once they got there, they felt like they didn't deserve it. And then they gained the weight back, or they still, looked in the mirror and saw themselves as they were. And that's when I realized you have to bridge the two together, because it's that self-belief within yourself. It's the only thing that's going to make you grow and progress forward. Does that make sense? It's the same thing with, and a lot of my coaches, and this is just what I've noticed after, the last 2.5, almost 3 years I've been here, is that literally more coaches are fearful of success than they are failure. Okay, kind of think about that.
Failure is
it is. We do it every day, right? Was that Carmen? Did you say that, Carmen? Yes. I just looked down. Perfect. It is failure, honestly, on anything. And everybody's like, no, I'm fearful of failure. I'm like, bull crap. Like, most men are fearful of failure. I've heard that. I spoke at a Northern California event, and I had one guy in the crowd. He's like, no, I'm fearful of failure. I'm like, of course you are. But women tend to be fearful of success because we don't know what that means. Even if we want the money or whatever it may be so bad, it's the fear of like, well, what am I going to do with it once I get it? Okay. It's always that fear of success. And I promise you, every time that you feel that fear, you're right on the brink of going to the next stage of where you need to go. Okay. So kind of think about that. And really what's going to allow you to get there is personal development, feeding your soul every single day, writing out your goals daily. Yes, Grant Cardone says twice a day. I will plug one other book that I really know is the best. It is not Grant Cardone. It's not crazy like that. It is literally Brian Tracy's No Excuses. And I know I told T about this, but you need to get the paper copy. Like literally, so you're shaking your heads. You've read it or heard of it.
And just from you.
Okay. And I promise you that will be one of the most influential books that you ever read for yourself and for your challengers. It deals with it teaches you 21 self-disciplines in 21 areas of your life. Okay. So if you're really trying to figure out how to become successful, it's through your daily actions and through self-discipline. That's all it is. So you can be successful in everything. But I love it because it talks about self-discipline with your children, with money, with your marriage, like things that we normally don't get in the nitty-gritty of. And I had a coach that actually used this in her challenge groups, and it's like, hello, genius. And that was with her challengers. Okay. So I will say that is by far one of the best books. Order it. You need the paper copy. I've heard if you listen to Brian Tracy, he's a little slow. But then also there's 7 questions afterwards. And once again, the most important part is the application after you read it. So it makes you stop. If it's self-discipline on goals, at the very end, you have to write out your goals. It's like, okay, so you need to be doing that. So literally, I think the biggest thing at this point, ladies, is make sure that you set a goal. Even if you've had a kind of a rocky June, I get it. Kids are out of school. A lot of things are going on, vacations. I mean, the list can go on and on and on, and it's the excuses all over again. But I promise you, there's still people to help. There's still people to talk to. This is a business that you consistently have to network and talk to others. That's why inviting is one of the 4 vital behaviors. And when it says invite, it does not say sell, sell, sell. Not at all. It is honestly communicating, and it takes 7 to 12 times in order for somebody to trust and believe in you. And so every time you're going to go back to those conversations, hey girlfriend, how are you doing? I know last time we talked, you had 2 kids, you were traveling. How did that go for you? Whatever it may be, engage, right? And this is also it. If you are posting as you should 3 to 5 times on your personal page per day, you don't even need to talk about Beachbody. They're going to check out what you got going on and see it. Okay. So don't be salesy. If you're salesy in this, you will not be successful. I mean, you may be successful on retail front, but once again, we know we want a team, right? And I should have dug a little bit deeper about the whole diamond thing. I want you to work towards 2-star diamond. And the reason I say that is where when I was working with 2-star diamonds, that's where I saw coaches go part-time, quit their job, income increase. They were able to open up a second CBC, which we are the only network marketing business that allows you to clone yourself, and boop, there's money. Okay. Also on top of it is quarterly bonuses. If you hold your 2-star diamond and above, you get quarterly bonuses, more income. But the most important thing, number 6, after all those accolades, is you have a team. That is why I always preach 2-star diamond and above. Yes, diamond is great, but most coaches hold their breath. And once they get there, like, oh my goodness, this is where the gates are going to open up and it's going to be so amazing. It's like, no. You don't have, no. Like literally, like stop, celebrate, because it is a big little stepping stone in your business. But then you continue to work towards hitting emerald and diamond again, and just continue to work that day in, day out. Okay. So that's the whole reason why I brought up that 2-star diamond, because it's so critically important for you to have a team. You want to have a team just like T does, just like Shannon does. It sounds like Shannon and Carrie are kind of linked together when they were talking. So I really say that. So this is what I'm going to say to you, stretch your goal. Even if you hit Success Club, even if you have not put it on your vision to make it happen in the last 3 days right now. Okay. The only thing that will set your business up for success is helping people. How do you do that? Success Club 5, of course, but I promise you, the only way to truly move your business forward is Success Club 10. It sets you up for success now and in the future. And if that is a lot, and if that's heavy, you need to help 3 people now. And then you need to build up, okay? Every single month, push yourself out of your comfort zone. If you consistently recruit 1 to 2 coaches per month, what is it going to take for you to do 2 to 3? And then once you get that down, then up your goals, because you never know, and I will tell you right now, I am a mentor that says, do not go out and recruit 10. I don't. I say recruit 5, and how many of those 5 are working coaches? If you have 3, 4, 5 working, okay, perfect. But most often not, if you recruit 10, you'll have 1 working coach and 9 discount coaches. And to me, that is a little heavy. That's a lot on your plate, and that puts you in too many directions. So the best thing to do is, you have to get your numbers for your business, but you don't know until you push yourself out of your comfort zone. I have coaches that consistently hit SC10. I say, okay, now hit SC12 and then 14. What does that do for you? And they're like, well, Britt, to be honest with you, I can't help more than 10 people in a month. Perfect. You know your number. Literally, your number. Yes. And you do. And that's why this business is so different. It can't be cookie cutter. It's going to be different for you. But the base of this business, and all of you showed up here today, you have to be helping people, and you have to hit Success Club. Make it a non-negotiable. If you make it a non-negotiable, I promise you will make it happen. And if you're like, well, Britt, I've had a hard time the last couple of months. Okay. Talk to people. You have to talk to people no matter what. Share your journey. And if you're like, well, I'm talking, nothing's happening. When was the last time you pressed play and you finished a program? When was the last time you dug into your personal development every single day? So you have that confidence. Because I want you, ladies, to really start talking to the person that you want to become, not who you were. So if you come into this business, I love her. I love that she's not me. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm talking to somebody. I'm like, this late in the day, I need some love. But I will really, say is so, for example, Tulin Emery is one of my great coaches, and you kind of see her everywhere, huge Success Club points. But I will tell you, one of the things I love that she does is she talks to the woman that she is, that she's progressing to be. So she has lost 100 pounds, right? So she's naturally going to attract challengers. I mean, that's plain and simple. But and this is what she says, she's like, so basically if they come to her and they need to lose that amount of weight, they're instantly a challenger. She'll always have a challenger. But when she's talking to that person that, hey, I'm looking for the woman who is already on her journey, who's already lost 50 plus pounds, who sees this life by design and wanting to create a new foundation, a new youth, whatever it may be. And that's the person I want to work next to. The person that's consistently on their journey, that doesn't stop, that wants to continue to improve themselves. That's who I want to be around. Not, I've lost 100 pounds, I'll continue to help you lose 100 pounds. Same thing goes with my coaches with eating disorders. If you constantly talk about that, it's not a bad thing. I promise you that. But who are you now? Okay. So normally you'll be talking anyways, and they will appear, and you'll help a lot of women, and you'll get them in your challenge group. But if that was me, it's like, yes, that's where I was, but this is who I am now. I'm looking for that strong, determined, confident woman who has gone through it, not allowing that to define her, but she wants to move to the next stage in life. Like, talk to that person. Okay. Because this is where you get in the hairy, scary of it. If you consistently talk to the person that you were, the one that when you were 50 to 100 pounds heavier, then you're living in that day in and day out. And do you remember how you felt when you were at that point, when you were, in the biggest struggle of your life? It's deep, right? And you have now grown and progressed because you applied personal development. And I'm beating this dead horse so bad, right? But I hope you get, start talking to who you want to become. Even if you're not there yet, who is it? And I actually used to do this back in my buckle days when I would interview people. I had a list of 20 characteristics. And I would literally, when I was interviewing them, I would be like, okay, no. And I would literally mark off what they were. And one of the biggest characteristics on there was magnetic. Because if I'm working 40 to 60 hours per week and I'm surrounding myself next to this person that's going to work with me, if they're not magnetic or excited or determined or willing or strong, it's going to make it a long week, right? Exactly. Exactly. So I would literally challenge you to sit down and write a list of the 20 characteristics of the women that you are wanting to attract. And every time that you write a post, are you talking to that person?
Yeah, I just need and I chatted to, we're doing the social team builder. And I just did the whole avatar thing. And I just, I think, is it Katie Hefner? She has an old one too, which I posted in the group. There you go. Talking about that, like creating your avatar, the person that you want to attract. Like you said, if you're talking about what you did before or your struggle, those are the people you're going to attract. And you don't necessarily want that on your team at this moment. You want you or better, right? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I did all that assignment this weekend.
I love it.
Avatar.
Exactly. And I promise you, you're looking for the 1 or 2 likes. You're not looking for the massive likes. So all of a sudden we go to social media for our feeling of, like of strength and to know that we exist. And if you think about it, you want the 1 or 2 likes because that's the person you're talking to. If you get the masses, challenge group. Okay. Put them in a challenge group because you never know what's going to happen. Now, if somebody comes to you and you're like, no, I want the coaching opportunity. Promise me you will put them in a challenge group no matter what. They need to fall in love with the products. They need to press play every single day. And this is their opportunity to be selfish for a week or 2 and then throw them into more coaching stuff. But that's kind of what we did in 2015. We focused so much on the coaching opportunity, which was fine. But 2016, all those people quit because you know what? They never fell in love with a product. They never got results. They never drank Shakeology. And it's like, and then the dip in the business and the confidence with my coaches, holy moly, it was horrible. So it's finding that really
started in 2015.
Okay. Do you feel that? Did you feel that?
I do. And it's funny because Teresa and I, we actually met at a Shailene Johnson training and we both got certified and we went through it. And I had always been certified, but I never took the leap until 2 years ago. And so I remember, randomly, other coaches, emailing me and texting or, and Facebooking me about the opportunities. And then I think it was probably a late night. I texted Teresa and I'm like, so I'm thinking of coaching, but I don't know, and so we started back in 2015, but, I did. Some of the people that even signed up with me around the same time or anything, they fell off. But my dynamic, and I tell Teresa all the time, was so different because I used to take Shailene's class in California. And so I fell in love with it. And I was doing her class even before she was a product of Beachbody. And so I think I keep telling Teresa I'm kicking myself because I didn't do it and start it when we both were there at the same time. But I know that that's my journey. So I think it's all in perspective, like you were saying, how we're telling people, how we're describing it to people, because I do find myself being salesy and not even realizing it because I love talking about it so much. And then I go back and go, oh yeah.
Totally. So, well, and it's a healthy balance. And I think this is the problem is in 2015, it was just recruit. We're now, and then we swung the pendulum a little too far and it's all now customers and challenge groups. Literally, it's a healthy balance. What you really need to do and in a perfect business, if you're really trying to build a strong foundation, is recruiting 3 to 4 customers per month and 3 to 4 coaches. Like that's what makes an elite coach. Okay. But it's working up to that. And so now we shifted so far to the vital process, which the vital process is beautiful, but you need lucrative income and people building alongside of you and those types of things. And most of the time with your challengers, it's going to take them 30, 60, 90 days to gain confidence before they will coach, right? But they've been watching you long enough that they're like, no, I want this coaching opportunity. I see what it's all about. I see how it's changed your life and your family and your business and, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, okay, that opportunity, throw them into a challenge group for, and say, okay, a week to 2 weeks, you're going to be selfish and focus on you and your results. And then we're going to add layers. Okay. And that's what it really comes down to. But in a perfect world, like I said, 3 to 4. So right now, no matter what, I would say you're non-negotiable. And I'm just going to say it out there. I never push goals on anybody, but I will say you have to hit success. Like no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Write it in the sand. Like this is a non-negotiable. I'm making this happen. And then keep on moving up. Once you hit 5 or, it's an odd number, 6, then try and help one more person. And then get consistent and try and hit 10. And then consistently build upon that. But once you do that, you will notice if you're like, well, none of my coaches are showing up. I don't have a team. Nobody, they need to see you go first. You are a leader because you fearlessly go first. So if you're wanting to get really your coaches and your team and even your challengers fired up, you get fired up first. Okay, because that energy will attract and it will start to build the momentum in this business. That's really the only way. But and I would get Brian Tracy's no excuses because you'll take out all the excuses with all of it and you'll put it into application and start working it really, really well. But I'm going to challenge all of you ladies, okay? Because we're not just going to just sit here and have me talk all day because it's just bleh. But I'm going to challenge you. You have to send in your next quarter goals, your next 12-week goals to T, okay? And she's going to tell me if any one of you hasn't, and then I'm going to call you out. Literally, I'm going to be like, yo, girlfriend, you told me, okay? I will get a little nasty. But literally, what are your next 12-week goals? So for example, for Shannon, I'm going to use Shannon. She's a diamond. She's working towards 4-star diamond. So within those next 3 months, for her, I would say 2-star diamond, no ands, ifs, or buts about it. And reverse engineering that, right? In the first 45 days, we're going to go to 1-star. In the next 45, we're going to go to 2-star. How are you going to do that? How many people are you going to help? How many Success Club points are you going to get? Write it down. It's amazing once you put it to paper, what you start gravitating and what starts coming and working towards you, okay? So you need to write down the specifics of what you're working towards. What are you going to read? What are you going to listen to? What dates are you going to do with your family and your spouse? Okay, and I'm the biggest one when it comes to time management. When you're in mommy mode or spouse mode, you're in that mode. Do not put business in that mode, okay? When you're in business mode, don't put that in, okay? Literally separate the two. It will make you a better parent, wife, whatever you are, and it will make you a better coach because it's that, design business between the two. Don't blur the lines. Okay, that's my preach on that. Because you know this business. You can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and never get caught up. I do the same thing. I could literally do the same thing. But you have to separate it for your own well-being. If not, you will burn out and it will become overwhelming. But find your pockets of time when you can work this business and make it a non-negotiable. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Okay. I've never done that before. That's a new one. Like, Brittany's getting all preachy on us. But can you please send me your goals to T? Can you send her them, and then that way she can help? And then that way, if you're like, well, you know what, to be honest with you, I don't know how to reverse engineer this. Let's talk about it. But you'll be more amazed, and this is why I love it. So I had a coach actually from Utah here, and I was asking her about her goals. And she's like, well, Britt, what are yours? And I was like, say what? Nobody asked me my goals. And I'm a believer in the 12-week year. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me do them tomorrow and I'll get back to you. And I wrote down, first of all, what I accomplished in the first quarter, what are my refocus goals, and I put them into my new, Q2 goals. And I sent them over, and I did all that, and I sent them over to her. The best thing was the next following morning when I woke up, it felt like a brand new year. I was rejuvenated. I was excited. I accomplished my refocus goals, the stuff that I didn't do within the first week. So I was like, oh, yeah, I needed to get that done. Got it done, and all of a sudden I felt like I had a new year, and literally it was just a quarter that was gone. Okay, and if you do that, you're going to start accomplishing more. You're not going to scramble at the very end to get to it, but I just want you to feel that sense of accomplishment and give yourself a pat on the back because you did so much and so much more than you thought. Mm-hmm. Is that cool?
But I'll do it too. I will share mine too. I'm going to do it and me not do it too. So I'll do my quarter 3 goals too and post it in the group.
Perfect. I love that. And can you make me one more promise?
Yes.
Will you work the next 2 days no matter what? I don't care if you're the furthest away from your goal from hitting SC5. I don't care. And I say that because if you put in the time and the effort right now, even if it doesn't pan out for June, you're going to create momentum for July. And it's not a bad thing when you start hitting Success Club 5 and 10 the first week or 2 weeks of the month. You're going to be like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then you continue to work your business every single day. You'll do the same thing for every single month, and you won't have these month ends that you stress about. Okay? You're going to get the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. Can you promise me that? 2 more days you have to work. Okay. So Thursday, Friday, I love it. And then from there, what are you going to accomplish in the first week of July to build yourself going into Summit and the content you're going to bring back? Mm-hmm. Does that sound cool?
Yes.
Okay. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. I just want to send you love and really let you know that you can do it. I see success every single day, like I said, and there's no reason that it doesn't separate from who you are. Literally, it's for every single person. Okay. But what questions? I want to just be able to ask a question or so. If you ladies have a question or anything more. I've talked a lot.
No, it was extremely motivating.
I do have a question. Okay, so we're going to work really hard, ladies, this next 2 weeks. And I know I kind of took a little break. I hit Success Club 6, and I took a little break just to get more into the team builder thing. Because I can't go all different directions. But what are you going to do for these next 2 days? I mean, we say let's go for it, right? But what are you going to do these next 2 days to get close to get Success Club? Like, are you going to go back to your follow-up list? Are you going to go meet new people? Because really, these next 2 days is not going to happen with anybody new, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you're going to go talk to a new person tomorrow. They're not going to join right away if it's the first time you talk to them. Mm-hmm. You're going to go back to all those people that said no last month. Like, go get that. wherever you guys have that list, and be like, hey, Shift Shop's coming around, or you know what I mean? Like, get them in because we have an info group, and Chris went live today. If you guys have not in that info group and you didn't watch Chris live today, like, Shannon, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Were you not? You asked the question. I mean, I was like, we started talking about fear and like, what are you afraid of? And this. I mean, it was. I love that man. I literally, and we did find out he does have a girl, Brittany. We had her. I was like, oh, he does have a girl.
And he has like 5 babies too.
I know. I was like, dang it, Chris. Sorry. But anyways, I mean, if you guys have not seen that, I don't know. Did you guys? I know, Carmen. Did you watch it?
I caught a little bit of it. I want to watch it again.
Yes, Carrie.
I'm gonna watch it. Unfortunately, I was at work this morning, so that's my part of my personal development for tonight. It's just to get on and do it.
I really think Chris is gonna make us all better coaches. Just listening to the way he talks and copying it. I mean, I hate to say copying it, but literally his words to help other people stop being in fear of things. But like all that stuff. So like start talking to them, get them in the group to listen to Chris, share Shift Shop results. I mean, if you guys have not seen I have a whole folder on my page of all the different before and afters. If people are not inspired by that in like 40 days, then don't talk to them anymore. No, just kidding.
Get out of here.
But you know what I'm saying?
I will not share that one. I will not share that.
Bye-bye.
These next 2 days, I mean, yes, we're going to work it, but what are we going to do? Like, you're going to post, or you're going to go to a list of people? Like, what's your number one thing that when we get off this call, what are you going to go do?
Follow-ups for sure.
Team Z people in my.
That's your list? Carrie, what are you going to do when we get off this call?
I started Shannon told me about the Team Z.
Oh.
So I'm still on the free trial, but it's been amazing. I think I've been using it for 2 weeks now. And I'm definitely going to pay for it. It's been amazing for Shannon knows, like I'm kicking ass on my computer with Team Z. So
there's something about Team Z in seeing the 100% that like motivates people, I think, because since she's been tracking it, she's been very proudly posting that 100% done power hour. But you know what? And I'm the same way. Like, whatever it takes to make you proud and make you motivated, dude, that's fantastic, And Team Z, I think, is so fantastic because we talk to so many people so often. You are going to forget to follow up with somebody, and that's the one thing that I'm really loving about Team Z. My husband's being creepy over here.
I saw Jay walk behind you like yawning. I'm like, there's Jay. Okay, Carmen, what are you going to do when we get off here?
I have a few people I need to follow up with, but I feel like I'm starting at ground zero. I'm just going to be honest. My list isn't good. It's not organized. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I'm really struggling. So
I think really is getting that avatar set up and doing, because I really started doing this. Hi, Jay. The social team builder, getting your avatar set up and doing this. Yes. Like I did the avatar. I have the audience testing now, and I actually got one at 9 cents.
Here's my problem though, Teresa. I started working on my avatar, and I have 5 pages. This is what my problem is. I overdo. It's like a paralysis by analysis or whatever. I mean, I go off the deep end and have to zoom back in.
Gotcha. And
once I get clear on what I need to do and what I want, I will knock it out of the park. I mean, I just have to get that clarity, and I'm struggling, and it's been 5 months.
Will you screenshot those to me, and I'm going to group them together? Because I'm pretty sure you probably have 3 or 4 of them that are exactly kind of similar, and I bet you if somebody with different eyes looked at them, we could probably group them together and summarize them. I bet you.
I'll email it to you. I mean, it's
email it to me, and I will group. I'm really good at grouping. I may not be organized, but I can group a thing real good. So I'll group things, and then we'll probably see if we can summarize it and make it into a sheet. I help you there.
And I second guess myself, and I don't. I try to please all the people, and I know you can't do that, right? I mean, you got to figure out who it is you're trying to attract or whatever. And I'm a people pleaser. And so I end up trying to help everybody, and then I end up helping nobody, including myself.
Brittany, do you have a good personal development book for something like that? Like somebody who's a people pleaser?
Absolutely. Are you a major perfectionist?
I'm all or nothing. I'm either going to do it all and I'm going to do it perfect, or I'm going to end up doing nothing at all.
Totally. What about expectations? Do you have extreme expectations for yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So Expectation Hangover is by far one of my favorites. And that one is an Audible. Basically I listened to it and then I Amazon Primed it immediately because I'm like, I need the hardcover. You know, there's a lot of application in it. But I would say that one would be a great start for you because just like what you said, if you throw a lot of shit at the wall, literally everything falls. But if you can focus on that one thing, and actually another thing too, one other book is The One Thing by Gary Keller, one of the creators of Keller Williams. That is a great, because it literally teaches you need to focus on that one task, and anything else, you know, we're great as women on putting so much on our plate, but to be honest with you, you do half-ass in all the areas. Right. So that's a lot of swearing. I'm sorry in the last minute. But literally I would say, you know, those would be two great ones for you. You know, and perfectionist is truly just somebody that doesn't get started. So I would say for you is if you're trying to talk to everybody, you're not talking to anybody. And so just, you know, I feel like what you need to do is just deep dive into some personal development, and I would definitely shoot those over to T, have her narrow it down for you, and then just literally put it into application and go. Like less talking about it and more doing.
Well, and that, I like that you said that because I am also a personal development junkie. If you could see my bookshelf, the only thing on it is personal development, and I've been reading personal development since I was like 16. I mean, yeah. But I don't think I've put enough of it into action. I read it all. I know it all. I can quote it all. I can tell you which authors are the best, which books are the awesomest. And I can help everybody with that, but not actually putting it into action. So
I would say that and The Gift of Imperfection. When was the last time you read that book?
That one I haven't read. So
what? Okay, that was life-changing. Okay, The Gift of Imperfection and Expectation Hangover. Just do those two.
You got it.
Okay. And I will say The Gift of Imperfection, and I'm the same way. You know, I put too many plates in my hand and then all of them fall rather than focusing on that one. So I would say The Gift of Imperfection is by far, and then The Expectation Hangover. Just do those two. Okay. And put it into application. If those are the only two books you read the rest of the year, I will be proud of you.
Consider it done.
Okay.
And I want to know if Brittany, are you related to Autumn Caliber? Doesn't she look like her? Yes. I've been trying to like place her. I'm like, gosh, she looks like Autumn.
No, you know what's so funny? My first summit, everybody thought I was her. And it's funny because I'm 5'10", so she fits under my chin. Like, no joke. So my little sister looks identical to her. So the first time everybody's like, oh my gosh, are you? And I'm like, no. And then finally I was down placing everybody and making them sit. And I was in workout clothes. I was sweating. I was gross. And they're like, hey, Autumn. So I just started playing around with it. I'm like, hey, tag me, Brittany A. Adamson. And they're like, you're not Autumn? I'm like, really? Is she going to be seating you at Summit?
Corey was one of those people that first year or something kept going, it's Autumn. I'm like,
okay. I knew it was one of the girls was talking.
Exactly. Exactly. Do you want to mute her, T?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. So yeah, that's funny. Thank you. I'll take that compliment.
Okay, so Shannon, you were gonna ask a question, weren't you?
Oh no, I was just gonna tell Carmen one thing. It's so funny because for the longest time I was, because they really stress, adding 3 people to your network, adding 3 people, and for the longest time I was so worried about that and so focused about increasing my friends list and increasing. I wasn't caring who I was adding, and because of that I was getting the rainbow, right, of people. And now that I've been at this for longer, it's funny because I'm unfriending left and right. Like, I don't even really look at the number on my friends list. If something pops up on my Facebook feed that I don't agree with, and I don't have to be just like these people, but if they have values that I don't agree with, if we don't jive, they're gone. I'm unfriending them. It's over. I'm not friending anybody who I couldn't have coffee with anymore. And that's one thing that I'm liking about Teensy is as they pop up, I'm going to their Facebook page, I'm scrolling. If it's not going to happen, they're gone. They're done. Mm-hmm. And I cannot tell you like how empowering it is and how amazing it feels. Sorry.
Crazy.
You guys know crazy. That's crazy. It's empowering, and it feels so good to sort of free yourself from the people who you're not going to end up working with. So I feel like it took me a long time to get over that, to get over the number and what it was looking like. But I think at that point, you're really going to find the people that are your tribe that are going to be perfect for you to work with, you know? So maybe that'll help a little bit when you're narrowing down that list. You know, are these people really, like, are those the people that are really going to resonate the most with me? You know, maybe go through and circle 10 of them. You know, these are my people. Because I've found a lot more luck really narrowing down the people that I deal with. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
I love that. I love that.
We got follow-ups to go do. I think we are set to go the next 2 days.
Very nice.
To kick some butt.
And get in the habit of that, because I want you to get to the point where you don't work until the end of the month. You already have everything taken care of, because then you can focus on your team, the encouragement, you know, and take some time for yourself personally. Like, that's important, very important. But Tia, thank you for asking those questions, because I really feel like if, you know, and honestly, within your message thread, start ringing the bell. Anytime that you have a great conversation or inspirational quotes, or you're reading something great in personal development, put it in your message thread. I promise all of you could use the inspiration and the excitement.
For sure. Yes. Yeah.
I like it.
Encourage each other.
Good. Well, thank you, ladies. Is there anything else you need from me, Miss T?
I don't think. I think this is a really awesome. Thank you for coming on and like.
My God, can we do this once a month?
I'm thinking like weekly.
Right?
Like every other day. What are you doing, Brittany?
Right?
Well, you
It
know
could be
what?
like coffee or wine,
Us and
whichever
the
one.
pod can do this.
Yes.
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 Definitely get on here and like start expanding, and then you know connect like this. I think it'd be really good.
You need to
make it happen.
And
I
let's do a
agree.
Summit follow-up, T. So after Summit and all of that, because I'm going to make sure I hold all of you ladies accountable. So how about we do one follow-up after Summit? Does that work? And we can talk about it. Okay. So T and I will arrange that. But in the meantime, you know, do not hesitate to reach out. I will love on you if I see you at Summit. Come hunt me down. There's 30,000 of us. That's a lot. But don't forget to have an amazing time. Take back the content. Take it to your team, however you're going to relay that information. Just know that I adore each of you for popping on and taking the time to be with me today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. When you coming
Bye,
back?
Huh?
So when you coming back, so you can have some, you know, fingernails in your margaritas again.
Yeah, ask T about that conversation.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
We won't be going there again.
Oh my God,
actually
please don't tell me it was Blanco, was it?
No, it was Guadalajara girl. Not cool.
Yeah, thanks, T. Thanks for that one. Always a great time.
I take her to restaurants with bars on it. The next time I take her a bar with nails in the margaritas, I'm from two here.
Let me say one last thing. And she's like, hey, Britt, will you just follow me to get gas? I'm a little like, you know, and I'm like, I'm going to like, wait, I'm supposed to be up for you? Like, okay. Like, I'm going to get gas. Will you go with me? I'm like, sure.
Yeah. Like,
I think I can help you.
In this neighborhood.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the great thing about Tucson. 1 minute you're in a great area, the next minute you're like,
Like, there's bars on these windows, T.
Like, it's okay, you with me. I got this.
You got this. You got this.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for getting on. Thank you, Britt. And so this weekend, I want an avatar and your third week quarter goals.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Bye.